This is a Gato Consulting production. Strategy for Action. Internal Analysis. The first part is easy. Based on the markets and segments identified, we will just plot the products and segments covered by our company. But we also have to add and start thinking about products and segments not currently covered. And please, do yourself a favor. Be bold. For instance, Mercedes-Benz and Audi were considered crazy for launching compact cars in Europe, for urban traffic and smaller entry price. And Porsche was considered erratic for launching an electrical model. Now, they would have seemed crazy not to. Differentiation was extensively discussed in the last video. Thought we were done with it? I promised no stones unturned. Here, we will also add elements of differentiation and life cycle stage for these products. With this exercise, we will have identified new opportunities, but even threats, as we will gain an understanding of competitors with different capabilities and/or able to go after your own segments. Then, we will take a fresh and detailed look at your current activities and organization. Your primary activities, like logistics, operations, marketing, sales, and service, and your support activities, like procurement, R&D, HR, and infrastructure, which includes finance, IT, investor relations, etc. And we will put together your value chain, another Michael Porter contribution to strategic thinking. We will analyze it by asking questions like, which activities add or could add more value? Which activities are waste? And are there significant flaws in the webs and flows of work? We will then look at the details of activities by breaking them down further into the next level, like in finance, as shown here, for example. Or for a primary activity, operations, we will break it down from planning to packing, and the relationship between procurement, planning, and inventory, for instance. This framework will identify significant process inefficiencies or opportunities for improvement by observation, doing some benchmarking, and by asking your people. It's easy to pick on operations. How about sales? Tesla changed the landscape, selling on their own stores and eliminating the middleman. And who would think we would ever buy a car using a vending machine? Carvana has more than 30 locations in the US. And marketing. Has anyone seen a Tesla commercial? Neither have I. They don't do them. How about service? And back to Tesla. They innovated again, offering direct on-the-road service assistance. Well, one could say Elon Musk is a genius, and he might very well be. But I looked for it, and I couldn't find evidence that he thought about these things himself. Was it him or his team? Did they come up with it, or did they maybe think about these guys? Safelite has been repairing windshields on the road for years. There's no rocket science here. None of these ideas are really breakthrough technological innovations in marketing, sales, and service. And I intentionally did not even touch on the vast number of things enabled by the internet. So just think about the value of having a facilitating framework like Strategy for Action and some good quality time to think out of the box. And using the work done before on competitors, we will compare your value chain to that of relevant competitors. Perhaps some have arranged it in another way. Perhaps some don't even have some of the activities, either because they might have outsourced them or integrated them with that of their customers or suppliers. Hi there. A lot of opportunities will emerge, and so will some strengths, weaknesses, and threats by looking at things with a fresh new perspective and by asking your employees. But it's important to put people at ease. Of course, if one looks hard enough at a company, your neighbor, or oneself for that matter, one will always find things that are wrong, and people are kind of expecting that. So let's focus on what matters. The Strategy for Action framework, for instance, calls for asking your top managers and some of your other best minds to indicate for each activity one main strength and one main weakness or opportunity for improvement. Just one of each. Everyone will know immediately we're not looking for the nitty-gritty, but for the important matters as recognized by many people. And those issues will be uncovered through this process and will be addressed. But you don't have to go and rattle just about anyone in the company to go and find ways to add value through analyzing activities in the value chain. You must do everything you can to optimize your value chain. In the next video, we'll speak more about the need to search for competitive advantage and what that means. For now, keep in mind that it's about finding ways to make your company sustainably different and better than your competitors. And remember that the value chain alone can be a source of competitive advantage, like in the case of Tesla and its unique combination of product, service, and sales. Or how Starbucks cares about their people. They call them partners to provide great barista service to their customers, but also has tremendous procurement, caring for responsible farming. Most companies have a lot to gain by digging deeper into their value chain and improving it, like Netflix did, transforming itself from mailing films from other producers into a TV streaming service with its own and continuously improving content. You must do everything you can to optimize your value chain. Your competitive advantages will be consolidated through a unique combination of activities, and when you work on adding value through your value chain and work on it and work on it, it will become like a network of competencies, a whole proprietary and distinct way of working embedded in your employees and processes. You can even show it to your competitors, but they will not be able to duplicate it. Like Toyota did with the Toyota Way, in programs like Kaizen and Kanban. They invented them about 50 years ago. They have taught it to their competitors, like they did to GM. You can buy books about it, but they are still the very best at it. Then we will assess other resources like financial capacity and financing options, in case you need to invest, for instance, intangibles, and opportunities to protect your intellectual property or license it, and human resources above and beyond its contribution to the value chain. We will go deeper here, measuring employee engagement and net promoter scores, identifying management style, and also culture type. Using University of Michigan's Quinn and Cameron's widely accepted competing values framework, we will determine what kind of culture currently exists in your company: collaborative, creative, controlling, or competing, and what is the preferred type of culture. And we will also look at systems and IT, and more strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats will emerge. Let's now look at some so-called soft elements, and it's time to get your employees involved, and in a big way. They normally have a lot of unspoken perspectives and want to participate. You may think the company shares some common values and purpose, but are you sure most people agree with that? And do you really think you can impose new values to adult people and have them get excited about it just because you write them on the wall? Even if you already have stated values and you think most people abide by them, by asking your employees, you can find some more meaningful shared values and attitudes that people already have or feel close to, and you can work off of them, and perhaps find a better way to come up with a purpose that could burn in the hearts of people and propel them and your company to more and better. They will also know of unexplored strengths that need to be evaluated and weaknesses that might deserve some tending to. Again, let's focus on what's important and what matters to customers. Let's ask people.
Well, often an anonymous survey is the way to go. Puts people at ease and reduces both bias and noise. The Strategy for Action framework will give a chance to all of your employees to indicate a couple of strengths, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities regarding the whole company, not just their area. And we'll also ask them to point out a few easy win-win solutions for problems, things that most employees might feel proud contributing to, and that both them and the company will benefit from. You must get your associates involved. In the future of management, Gary Hamel, Stratego, and London Business School showed how a number of companies are involving employees and benefiting from it in terms of innovation, particularly and more importantly, in terms of innovation of management processes. And we will tap into some of those ideas. You have access to a spring of ideas and potential energy, and it's basically free. Tap into some of those ideas and harness the power of your whole team.
Before we go, a reminder to go to the Toolset page of our website. It has all the tools that support this video and will allow you to implement the framework. www.strategyforaction.com/toolset. This is a Gato Consulting production. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. There are plenty of new videos coming up.